This is Donald Harris.
Really need to read these. Like, I mean, unless you're a YouTuber and you want to look smart, like these leaks are redundant. See, the American government is so
Nice. Okay, thank God he's not doing the reading. Okay, he's not like Donald.
proud of its surveillance
Just kidding. Oh, I don't think he reads them either. He just highlights them.
of the whole world that their CIA agents just brag about it at every opportunity anyway.
The Pine Gap satellites are the most sophisticated pieces of military hardware ever created by the United States government. They are very, very effective at intercepting signals, and the person on the other side, of course, can hear that person as clearly as you can hear me speaking in front of you today. So who's using that communication signal? Is it Saddam Hussein talking to his generals, or is it mom and dad talking to their kids?
Now, you may think it's weird that a CIA agent is admitting to a room full of people that he actively spies on their conversations with their kids. But rest assured, the kind of people who attend CIA lectures are the kind of people whose grandkids stopped speaking to them years ago, and will probably forget everything in this lecture in an hour once their bingo game starts.
Has anybody here been involved in weapons testing? A few hands up.
Now, just to be clear for all the nerds out there, this guy right here is technically an NSA agent, not a CIA agent. But for the rest of this video, when I say CIA, I mean CIA, DIA, NSA, NRO, and every other US intelligence institution. I feel like I'm in the laundry aisle whenever I talk about the US government's monstrous global surveillance apparatus. You know, for the rest of this video, Ultra Oxy, Free and Gentle, Original, Downey, it's all the CIA. We're talking about US spy bases here. But Pine Gap wasn't always this hub for global surveillance. For 75,000 years, this place...
Dude, I gotta say, this video is a fucking incredible 10/10 video so far. It started off so goddamn fast and so goddamn good. Straight up fucking banger. All-time great. Might be one of their best videos of all time, okay? Oh, I'm so proud of them. I get so excited when your fucking boys are popping off, you know what I mean? God damn.
This was the home of Indigenous Australians, who are planet Earth's oldest human civilization. And then white people showed up. They kind of came out of nowhere 200 years ago and genocided the original Australians, which conveniently made the outback a lot more spacious and offered some much needed privacy for civilized games of croquet or maybe a massive secret CIA base. So, with the traditional owners of the land out of the way, everything was going well for the CIA in Australia. Until the 60s, when all these people inexplicably started dyeing their clothes and doing acid and making weird noises. But the one thing these hippies did, which wasn't, super annoying, was they decided they don't really like the idea of a shadowy organisation that wants to spy on you and control the world. And in Australia, this meant there were constant protests and waves of people trying to break into this giant American spy base in the middle of the outback.
How did I meet them? Fun story. I met them because Alex, who is in the video originally, but you haven't seen him yet, wanted to fight me for Creator Clash. That's how I met them. I had watched Alexa's videos in the past and actually was a fan, but I did not know that one, they were besties. Two, that they'd actually been the haircut video guys that I had watched in the past as well. And immediately I was like, wow, there's socialists in Australia? I didn't realize that was allowed. I didn't even know. I did not know that there were such things. I was genuinely shocked. Immediately, I was like, these guys are awesome.
But let's be real, no one cares what thousands of hippies have to say. Like,
I'm Aussie and hadn't heard of either of them until you mentioned Alex wanting to fight you.
The real issue for the CIA came in the 70s when we elected a new leader, a guy called Gough Whitlam. Now, he was super unique. Firstly, because his name's Gough. Like, what the fuck is that? I've never met a guy called Gough. You've definitely never met a guy called Gough. Wikipedia doesn't show any other mentions of another person with the first name Gough. It's just a crazy, made-up name that'll never, ever exist ever again. But the other thing that made him unique is that he wanted an independent Australia that wasn't going to be bullied by foreign superpowers. He pulled Australian troops out of Vietnam, and the Americans were like, what the fuck are you doing, Gough? I thought we had something special. Remember that time we got all those children and burnt them alive? Well, you're turning your back on all these fun times we had. And like a classic toxic boyfriend, the CIA started bugging Australian Parliament and surveilling Gough's party. And when Gough found out, he responded by...
Perfectly normal stuff. Also, excuse me, Richard Nixon was just a fan of that sort of thing. He bugged himself, okay? You can't get mad at the guy for doing that. He did it to himself. Literally led to him basically, You know the story. I mean, come on. That's his thing. He does it so much. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. It's his culture. It's his culture. People hate a consistent king, okay? People are out here hating on a consistent king. He loved it so much he did it to himself. It's like when people say, Hasan, you're not a socialist. Like, you don't live out your values. True. Richard Nixon, he did live out his values.
By threatening to close Pine Gap. And this was a step too far for the Americans. The CIA saw Gough as a serious threat, so they simply orchestrated a coup to get rid of the democratically elected leader of Australia. So how did the Americans get rid of our Prime Minister? Well, it turns out there's this completely symbolic position in Australian government called the Governor-General. It's a bullshit remnant of the English monarchy, an unelected person whose only job is to dress like a fucking idiot and rubber stamp everything that the Parliament votes on. So a guy called John Kerr was the Governor-General at the time, and coincidentally, he was also secretly working for the Americans. The CIA called him Our Man Kerr. They were paying for all his travel and generally showering him with money so he could, buy as many stupid hats as he wanted. And even more coincidentally, it turned out there was this dusty old law that said the Governor-General has the power to dismiss the Prime Minister.
It's so funny that they just took it. Like, they just took that. Like, imagine being so cooked. Dude, I love how cooked the Commonwealth nations are. It's so funny. Also, America literally is at this point using England as a fuck doll. Like, America using the British monarchy, the remnants of the British monarchy to their advantage. You're double cucked. Like, think about it. There's a whole day for it, man. I thought Anzacs, I thought that was like the whole thing. You hated the monarchy because they forced you to go and fucking die in Gallipoli under Turkish fire. What the fuck? Now you're getting double dicked down. And it's not even the fucking British monarchy. All of a sudden, now it's America directing the British monarchy to fuck you.
And that's exactly what he did. I mean, this has never ever happened before. The CIA essentially terminated the democratically elected leader of Australia.
The Prime Minister, Mr. Whitlam, has been sacked. The opposition leader, Mr. Fraser, is the new Prime Minister of Australia.
He was replaced with a more subservient Prime Minister who immediately renewed Pine Gap's contract, and no leader ever since.
Bitch, you guys are cucked too. You can only vote for 2 geriatric dipshits who fuck you every day. Yeah, no, everyone is cucked. It's just funny because everyone also votes for geriatric dipshits, except the one time when you vote for a guy who's like, I'm not going to be a geriatric dipshit. I don't want to be America's, cum rag. America comes in and is like, our geriatric dipshit is going to fuck yours up.
Has dared to question all the secret CIA bases spread across our country. Now, we all know about the Americans and their little hobby of getting rid of democratically elected leaders in enemy countries in the third world. But it turns out they do this to their friends too. We accepted that our island was just a giant US military base and no form.
It's kind of fucked up. Yeah, that was a stability coup. Okay, that's called a friendship coup. Duh. Little known type of friendship and stability delivery mechanism is when you do that. Yeah, Stability Island.
Form of democracy would ever get in the way of that. And by the way, calling Australia a giant US military base isn't an exaggeration. These top secret American bases are literally everywhere. Like this fucking thing. What the fuck is this? It's even more secretive than Pine Gap. They're the tallest man-made structures in the Southern Hemisphere, but we have no idea what they're doing. All we know is that every now and then when a passenger plane flies near it, it mysteriously malfunctions and suddenly plunges to the ground, prompting the International Pilots Association to say, well, we don't know what the American military is doing there, and we don't want to know, but we'd like our planes not to fly there anymore. Now look, all of you know that we're obviously...
Dude, that's awesome. Just straight up rerouting commercial air travel in a different country due to your top secret military base. That's awesome. Insane. Just, dude, it's so funny when people are like, excuse me, Hasan, I can't believe you're saying America bad. Excuse me, Hasan, I can't believe you're saying America has so much power. Oh, that's so Western centric of you to say. And like, we're doing shit like this that I didn't even fucking know of. Oh, that's so sick. That's
very
so
patriotic,
stupid.
true blue Australians. And unlike this like weak and cowardly and pathetic International Parts Association who choose to just ignore the problem, we think we deserve to know what's going on in our own country, right? So, obviously we don't have any experience sneaking into a CIA base, let alone the most important one. So we decided to speak to a lovely lady called Donna, a member of a group called Christians Against All Terrorism, who somehow managed to sneak into the base back in 2006.
So how did you actually get in?
Dude, this is my favorite type of person, by the way. Yo, we had so much more of this type of lady back in the day who would just like, and we still kind of do, but like the police have found new legal torture methods to like apprehend them and not kill them, but like give them permanent disabilities. But like, it's my favorite type of person, like old ladies who, I mean, she probably wasn't old back then, but old ladies who, like Greenpeace activists that will like chain themselves to a nuclear base and shit. They're the best. They're the fucking best.
Into finding out?
Well, we weren't great. Like, we're not sleuths. I've never broken into anything before. We kind of didn't know what to do. So one of our crew went to Bunnings and bought bolt cutters. It was all on camera and everything, and later came out in court. The Bunnings guy testified that Brian went and bought these bolt cutters.
Waterboarding some poor Bunnings employee to get this information out of him. Now, Donna explained to us that one of the ways we justify having a brutal top secret CIA base in the middle of Australia is by technically calling it a US-Australian joint defence facility. So while it's run entirely by the CIA, apparently Australians are meant to have some kind of like symbolic role in it as well.
Are there any Australian staff working at Punga?
Yeah, there are. Cleaners, catering. I don't think they're in charge.
Now, Donna obviously couldn't just drive through the front gate, so they set out on a 6-hour trek in the middle of the night over desert mountains.
Hello, Friendship Facility. Thank you very much. They're jobs providers for the Aussies. Excuse me. Seems a lot like there's a lot of friendship going on here. You're not making a good argument against Donald Harold's video.
To get in this way. But the weirdest part is that they told the Defence Minister the exact night they were planning to sneak in. They said that they were Aussie citizens who were concerned about war crimes and they wanted to do a citizen's inspection of this foreign facility on Australian soil. But for some reason, no one took them seriously.
We fell over, we hit fences, we bumped into trees, like walking in the dark. There were cows who started mooing at us, like, shh, 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 you know. When I thought, oh, this is just ridiculous, like, this is pretty crazy. And then I saw lights. And it really strikes you. Then I walked closer and I could see the base and I could see little people walking around. And I thought, far out.
They've hard little people.
Far out. I'm not crazy. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. I am right to be here. It's fucking 3 o'clock in the morning. There's people walking around this American spy base in the middle of the desert. What are they doing at 3 or 4 in the morning? And then we heard this, drop the bolt cutters. On both sides, there was AFP with guns. Get on the ground, get on the ground. I was like, you know what? I have been walking for 6 hours. I said, if I get on the ground, I am not getting up again. I said, I am so sore. She came behind me and kind of got the back of my head and pushed me to my knees. And I said, okay, all right, I can be on my knees. And then she got her boot and put it into my back, and I was like on the ground, like,
dude, they're doing America shit in Australia, dog. That's crazy.
This. And I said, you don't have to.
No, AFP, I don't think it's the Australian Federal Police. I think, oh wait, it probably is. Yeah, you're right. That makes sense. I was thinking Air Force Police, but that doesn't make sense. Yeah, you're right. You're correct. It's the feds. It's the fucking feds, yeah.
You know,
even their fucking feds are doing. Their feds are doing American things.
put your boot in. You don't have to yell at me. I said, you're the ones with the guns.
Now, she may have had secret police standing
The
on her neck,
feet?
which, doesn't sound
Yeah, actually, you know what? It's called American Friendship Police. You're wrong.
like a lot of fun, but I'm actually incredibly jealous that she's one of the only Australians to have ever seen the Pine Gap balls with their own eyes.
This is one of my photos.
Oh, you got the balls. My dream is to see the balls.
Yeah, I really want to see them.
So why would a random Christian woman risk potential life imprisonment just to protest this base? Well,
Fair
it
dinkum.
turns out the story of Pine Gap is much more personal for Donna. She's been there on the ground when Pine Gap's missiles hit their targets. Now, some say the US directly killed about 1 million people in the War on Terror. Others say the figure's closer to 5 million. We don't know the exact figure, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Right? Like the joke is no one actually cares when an Arab on the other side of the world dies. But Donna and her friends discovered a little war crime hack to make people pay attention. You see, if white people travel to the Middle East and go to these civilian areas in Iraq and just
Yeah, by the way, this is literally Doctors Without Borders. Like, that is the entire basis of Doctors Without Borders, is to, I guess, like, try and exploit white supremacy while also doing like valuable medical help that is an absolute necessity in these places. But like, that low key is the whole purpose, because they're like, well, there's white people in this base, or there's white people in this hospital, like they won't bomb it until Obama comes around and is like, hello, if you like your hospital, you can't keep it. Kunduz.
hang out there, it makes it much, much harder for Western governments to bomb that exact location. This was
Let me be clear. And pussy too.
called the Human Shield Program, and it was super effective, apart from the one day that Donna didn't arrive on time.
I went to a place called Ashwala Marketplace. There'd been a missile strike, and this had just been a civilian area. There were a few little market stores that had opened up for people to rush in and get some food and supplies during the war, and this place was blown to pieces. And I saw a sight that was something I've never seen before, just the chaos. There were pieces of human flesh around on the ground and puddles of blood. And it was chilling, it was haunting. And I was saying, why here? Why our marketplace? Why my child? What could I say?
Yeah, you don't have an answer.
No answer. The coordinates for that missile came from Pine Gap.
Yeah, well.
Now, obviously, Donna was very motivated to get people talking about Pine Gap, and lucky for her, the police brought as much attention to it as possible. They dug up this 50-year-old law from the Cold War called the Defense Special Undertakings Act that had never been used before to claim that Donna was a national security threat and throw her in jail. Long story short, they were thrown in prison until the government realised how bad it looked to throw these cute Christians in jail on behalf of the Americans, when all they essentially did was trek through the outback in their own country. So they eventually reversed the decision and let them go. But the government learnt their lesson and responded by tightening Pine Gap security and rolling out new draconian security laws that gives them the power to detain anyone without charge.
So it's gonna be different now.
So it's going to be harder for us.
Yeah.
Good luck, guys. Good luck.
Now, because of this, no civilians have been brave enough to go in there after Donna. But we're not regular civilians, right? We're YouTubers. And YouTubers are on the front lines of content, right? We're there, boots on the ground, ready to film whenever a Japanese man commits suicide.
Bro, did we just find a dead person in a suicide forest?
We don't even flinch when the world calls upon us to film ourselves making out with our own sisters. If anyone's brave enough to sneak into the world's most significant CIA base, it's us. Now, these stories of Pine Gap guiding missiles into Iraqi weddings may sound like old news, but don't worry, Pine Gap's still as busy as ever. Right now, while Israel is on a rampant campaign to flatten Gaza so they can have more room to film their thirst traps, Pine Gap is in charge of providing targeting and analysis for their missiles, making sure that they hit the right hospitals and refugee camps and churches. Because of Pine Gap, Australia is directly responsible for the death of 28,000 Palestinian civilians so far. And we're not even at war with Palestine. I mean, like, while that's like super illegal, it does kind of make sense, right? I mean, Pine Gap is, a big military base built on stolen Indigenous land. It's only right for them to continue the proud tradition of wiping out Indigenous populations across the world.
Facts. Right at the top of the hour, wiping out those who are not subscribed. That's right. At the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe for $5 Australian dollars, or for free with the Twitch Prime. By connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, you get one free Prime subscription a month. Make it more bogan. Or just hold on. Must feel bad to watch Hasan do such great work with others and none for Hasanabi. That's so funny that you're saying that. I don't give a shit.
Now,
I'm glad that
in order
he's
to get to
doing
Pine
the
Gap,
Lord's work.
we've got to fly to the middle of Australia to a town called Alice Springs. It's a popular tourist destination where you get to take your family. It's so whimsical. You've got Indigenous people serving you champagne while you stroll through the desert. With all these fun activities, you wouldn't even know that the CIA tracks every single person who enters the town.
Security services of the U.S., Australia, and our allies would typically be alert to anyone who might be coming into the town.
So we figured now that we're on a plane flying to Alice Springs, the only way to not blow our cover in a town full of American spies is to blend in. We're not Aussie YouTubers, you know, we're not collaborating with friendly Geordies to sneak into one of the world's most important CIA bases. No, we're just...
You say you didn't realize they were... Hasanox was this leftist? A person from my community who became my editor? You didn't realize they were this leftist? Why wouldn't they be?
one of the hundreds of regular,
fuck?
everyday
Chatter, you are in this community.
American spies in Alice Springs. Now, we definitely weren't expecting this in the middle of the outback, but there were American accents everywhere.
I think I might have spotted a few spies.
Oh, King the Aussies? No, they literally went to North Korea. That's it. It doesn't get... They went to North Korea specifically to dispel propaganda about North Korea.
And Geordie didn't waste any time. He went straight in to investigate. Now, they may have pulled some fancy CIA mind tricks and managed to convince Geordie they weren't spies, but the rest of us weren't so easy to fool.
So conspiratorial. They're Americans who live in Alice Springs. You guys are sitting there like, I have a way with an American accent. He's a spy. He's different. Where did they say they were? These are the mines, dude.
Yeah, they're working on mine. Look, we just have to agree to disagree about these men we encountered at the airport. Well, whatever. Geordie's probably got bigger problems to focus on, like the fact that his house got firebombed and he's receiving death threats from the mob because of his political YouTube videos. Either way, we obviously weren't going to make any big discoveries by speculating on random Americans we find in the airport lobby. So we decided to get into the car and drive through Arunda country to get to Alice Springs.
I watched your Geordie videos. I gotta pee real quick. I'll be back in a second, yeah?
What the fuck are the Americans doing out here?
In all honesty, we're a bit lost out here, so we thought the best first stop would be the Tourism Information Centre.
Are there any tours of Pine Gap?
Are there any viewing spots? Because I know Mount Gillen, you could see it.
No, you can't.
No, this is a very strong
When you
road.
fly, you drive onto that road, it
military
tells you
guards
to
out
stop.
there with machine guns.
Yeah.
So if you attempt to go into Pine Gap, you'll be quite
We don't want to go in.
polite. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You'll be politely asked to leave.
There's nothing to see there. They only apparently have gardens there, you know. So.
It turns out getting into the base isn't as simple as we thought, and our spy disguises weren't working very well either.
Why have you got the same ties on?
Yeah.
Wearing suits, you stand out like...
They're not particularly comfortable.
If we want to sneak in successfully, we'll need to study the American spies in their natural habitat. And if you watch as many spy movies as we do, you'd know that the best place to find spies is at the casino. Luckily, there's a massive one just outside of town.
This place is so American.
Now, this casino was not at all what we expected. There was country music everywhere. It felt like they had airlifted Texas and dropped it in the middle of Australia. Now, obviously, we did what we had.
Dude, that is so... That's... As someone who has visited American bases in Turkey, that's so fucking... That's so consistent. Anywhere where you got bases, anywhere where you got Americans, okay, there's gonna be a little piece of America somewhere. All right.
Had to do to fit in. We had to gamble. You know, we didn't want to gamble, but we couldn't blow our cover either. And the fact that we do this in every single video we film with friendly Geordies is just coincidental, and you shouldn't look into it. So we're in the middle of nowhere, right? Most of the patrons in this Outback casino are Indigenous Australians, but then, no joke, everyone else is literally an American who works at the big CIA base just out of town. It's insane. Now, we obviously came here as a joke, right? We didn't expect to actually see American spies, but there they were, just chilling, just hanging out after work, playing some weird American game called...
Yeah, dog, what do you think they... I mean, yeah, of course they're going to be there. They got to go... They got to go to the Outback Steakhouse. Yes. Yeah. To enjoy the local delicacies at Outback Steakhouse.
Shit. Or poos. No, it was craps. It's called craps.
What's it like living here? It seems a bit boring.
6 hours. Yeah, I don't really.
Now, I really wasn't expecting them to be this open about working at Pine Gap.
What are you doing there? Top secret stuff.
It felt like they were all trying to impress us and outdo each other.
Oh, Austinox didn't edit this one. They have a tradition of watching me watch their videos and calculate the amount of times I get up and away from the computer so they can tell Dark Viper AI or whatever his fucking name is how little I've reacted to their video. I'm kidding. They don't do that second part. I just made that part up. But apparently Austinox did not edit this one. Wait, hold on. The fuck? Oh. Boy, if you're watching, I can't believe you did not fucking ask them if they watch Hasanabi. You found a bunch of Americans in Australia as CIA agents, and you were like, do you watch any American Twitch content creators? Come on, dude.
With how fancy their security clearance was.
First of all, don't listen to this guy. This guy doesn't get it. He doesn't know it. So he's just making it up.
But I have to say, for a foreign army operating a top secret CIA base in the middle of our country, they were kind of fun to hang out with.
Look at this, I'm rich.
Get your money, bro.
Look, we had a fun time. It's a pity they'll probably hate us tomorrow night once they find out the guys they were gambling with the night before were going to sneak into their workplace the next morning.
Not to be ignorant, we don't know Australian YouTube, but it's good to meet you.
But before we went to bed, we realized we should probably try and get some legal advice before we try to sneak into one of the world's most important CIA bases. So we called our lawyer, Mark Davis.
Hi guys, now listen, you're doing me a bit of a tough sandwich here. I know fuck all about Pine Gap. I'm finding out quickly.
We realized we'd put him in a bit of a tough position, speed reading niche esoteric CIA laws in the middle of the night.
Here's a little there's lots of them. Let me have a look on the. Okay, we've got Security and Defence Premises Bill 2011. Certain members of the ADF can use reasonable and necessary force in the event there's an attack upon ADF premises. Establish a statutory regime of search and seizure powers. Oh my God. So they're essentially saying they could impose military law upon you if you get too cheeky here.
So we'll get 5 stars on GTA. If we're not actually trespassing on the base, for example, one of them would be kicking a soccer ball over the fence and then asking if we could get our soccer ball back.
Here's that. What are we calling that? Let's have a look back how they worded that.
That's like a projectile.
Is that not a projectile?
Can they use reasonable and necessary force, this is armed soldiers, in the event of an attack upon ADF premises? Do you think the soccer ball's an attack? It might be. I don't know. They've certainly got search and seizure powers. You've lost your soccer ball. Forward under that power.
Well, that's the most important. They're not kicking it back.
So you've lost your soccer ball and they might kill you. Yes, but apart from that, you should be okay.
It looks like
they fucking kick the soccer ball in, immediately explodes.
The laws have changed quite a lot since Donna went in. This place has become much more dangerous for civilians.
No one has filmed inside the premises, like even the perimeter sort of premise of the premises, for a good 20 years. And when you think of where have you seen such footage?
Never.
Right, it's pretty hard to find it. This is a very secretive base now, particularly with the Americans.
It's crazy that like not only is he sneaking into this base, but he is literally bringing the most hated, like the most prosecuted, hunted man in Australia and a literal Australian weapons manufacturer with him. It's like you have a guy who is a weapons manufacturer in Australia and another guy whose house was firebombed. Domestic enemy number 1 and number 2.
Yet there's been almost no coverage of it, has there?
Fucking heist, mate.
Does anyone even try to cover it? Does it even exist anymore? It used to be, you know, at the
This is
centre
literally a
of
Guy
political
Ritchie ass
debate
cast.
now. It barely passes for public comment. It's extraordinary, really.
What do they do at Pine Gap? Why are they so coy about it?
You've gone there, you don't even fucking know. Are you kidding me? What are you clowns up to? What are you doing?
We're just trying to play soccer.
Yeah, we just want to play soccer in the desert.
To intercept electronic communications, phone calls.
So like this phone call right now.
Yeah.
We've got to cut him some slack here because, you know, we did put him in a tough position at the last minute, but at the same time, I don't feel like he was the most sensible person to go to for advice.
Yeah. Coming, and I think there's no option but to fucking fang the gate. Once that gate opens, you guys got to go. You just got to go. Gunning towards the facility.
Nice.
Bang it.
So
Let's see what they'll do. It'll be just fucking hilarious. I'd love it.
Well, we've gotten legal advice, I guess, but I'm not sure if talking to Mark was the best idea. I was much more chill about this before I realised they could, you know, legally kill us if we entered.
So they can shoot us?
Seems to be the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we knew that, right?
See if there's a recording.
I didn't know they could shoot.
You didn't know that.
They're not going to shoot us.
They might.
There's no way they'll shoot us. If they didn't shoot the people who actually got into the facility, why would they shoot?
That was 20 years ago. Who's kicking the soccer ball though?
Not you do it. You got look at these legs. You're the best kicker we got.
I don't know. I'm kind of freaking out a bit about this now.
But we've come all this way. It's too late to back out now. We just had to focus on trying to get some sleep. And at 5 a.m., it was showtime. We're going to get into this base. Now, we figured that Donna's main problem was that they snuck in over the mountains looking like these peace-loving hippie activists. But the thing is, no one's actually tried to just drive straight through the front gate pretending they work there. So we put on our suits and got ready for our first day of work at the top secret CIA base.
No, their accents are too fucking Australian. They're not going to be able to get in. They're going to be like, you don't look like cleaners, mate. Get the fuck out of here. I want smoke. Leave me alone.
Needless to say, everyone was stressing out, except Geordie for some reason.
Dude, I'm so chill about this.
You're
I don't know
so
why.
relaxed.
Yeah.
I think you kind of just want to die.
Yeah, I'm kind of just cool with it. I'm just bored.
Driving through this sprawling, desolate Aussie desert, it's hard to imagine a giant American CIA base here. But apparently it's coming up after this turnoff. The only people driving down this road are spies.
I hate this. Oh, fuck.
Just do it.
Just do it, okay? I think it's this right here.
Is that an E-tron?
No,
Sick.
we should.
They're going to shoot us.
Give us the sign. There's the sign.
Holy shit.
Oh, it just says no through road.
Come on, you can see it's a through road. Look.
Yeah, this is the place.
What? That's their first deceptive decoy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
we better turn around, guys.
Is it Kia?
This can't
It,
be it.
it looks like I couldn't see the logo.
I gotta say that, not a bad first defense. Start light.
Wait, is this the right street, Alex?
Yeah, this looks
Oh,
like
it is a
goes
Kia.
all the way to Pine Gap.
What did you click like?
You can't click Pine Gap on Google Maps. You can't directions. I can't believe this road ends with us going to work in the spy base.
You know what's going to be great though? The footage of you sweating
Freaking out.
bullets, pretending that you work there. And these are people that are trained to detect liars.
Yeah, I'm working.
Yes, I am. I'm just your average rinky-dink American.
They're like, what's this humming noise I hear in the background? It's very strange. I can't place my finger on it, but there's this humming noise and it's getting increasingly louder.
You got this. You're just going into work, Alexa.
Yeah, but yeah.
You are going to work. It's not even a lie. And you know what else as well? When they say, do you work here? You can say, yes. Technically, I work exactly where I am. As long as there's a camera on me, I'm working.
I can just say it's top secret.
I don't think that you can lie. I think it's impossible for you to lie.
The closer we got, the more the pressure was getting to us.
See, what I'm worried about is I'm really bad at driving automatic.
Yeah, it's in a car.
So what if I accidentally run them over? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
How can you be bad at driving automatic?
Wow, he does suck at automatic. Yeah. He fucked up at
a lot of
automatic.
pressure over here.
The car's basically driving.
Oh shit, someone's behind us. Ah. Really? Where did you come from?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, you for real?
Just
Coming
speed
around.
up.
No, he's overtaking.
Oh, okay.
We finally got to the first acknowledgement
That's
that Pine
American.
Gap actually exists, that it's actually here, and you'll be prosecuted if you go any further. So we obviously stopped here to take some YouTube thumbnail photos. Should I be more hyped?
Did you hear that?
What?
It sounded like bombs going off.
No.
Did you hear that? It sounded like gunshots or like... I think there is a firing range nearby as well.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Guns. Yeah. It's a firing range.
Now look, we don't want to go to jail, and this sign says no photography, so I'm sorry, but there's no video footage from this point onwards. But there's no sign saying you can't get someone on Fiverr to make an animation using the audio you recorded. And if there was a sign like that, we didn't see it. So I think we're in the clear to show you this.
This is it coming up.
Oh shit! Look at the American flag. We're gonna get shot. Dude, I do not want to be in here. Can he come and meet us outside? Trespassing on this land is prohibited.
No, just go in and ask.
Hi there.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay,
How are you?
The Fiverr boys made them look hot.
Yeah, hi, what's your name?
Alexa.
Alexa and yeah. No, close the gate, close it.
Oh, we can go in?
Oh, we got the end?
Oh, no, stop. Close
All right.
Okay, can I get to pull back, please?
Yep.
Dude, this guy's a legend.
Yeah, I think they like us.
In the disabled, come on.
Yeah, I don't know.
You've broken enough laws, man.
Yeah, turn off the car, please.
It's a rental car. I've got no idea how to.
You got a license on you?
Yep. I got it on my phone.
So what are you doing here today?
Just working.
So when you work at the base, you have something that you have to show me before you enter.
A magic trick? I've got. Oh.
Give me your ID.
Okay. I don't have my ID. I need the internet connection to get it. This is.
No hard copy?
No.
Is your phone recording?
Sorry?
Is your phone recording?
Yes.
Yeah. Everyone's ID.
Why did he
Who
say
are they?
Just say no.
I don't know who those guys are.
I need your IDs, guys. So if you have IDs, I can't let you leave.
Why aren't you going after the real criminals?
Yeah, what are they doing?
What are those guys doing?
We don't... They're on our phones.
Can we come back with them?
Can we come back with ID?
You want to put one up your ass?
Don't literally put it up your ass.
I will. I'll do
You
it.
put it in your butt cheeks.
Wait, you can't let us leave if we don't have IDs. We can't go in with IDs. It's a catch-22. We're stuck
Yeah,
here.
we're stuck at Pine Gap.
Hi there. Good. Let's try to get my...
This is where they get shot and killed, by the way, which is crazy that the rest of the video is actually edited by Austin Hawks, but this up to this part it's not. Yeah, it's really sad. Australia trip over before it even started.
My ID up. All I have is
Guys with...
With?
Who are you with?
Who are we with? We're with these guys.
We work here.
I love that grunts globally are just the dumbest people, which is awesome. Like, every single interaction they've had is with a person, like, they almost got in. Like, they almost fucking drove in, and this guy almost revealed who, like, gave him an in, basically. They are henchmen. Like, the dudes are all henchmen type.
Well, like in this... Currently we're working.
Yeah.
You're working at the space?
Yeah, we're working right here.
Okay, you guys stay right there, thank you.
I think we're it. We're idiots. This is actually fucked what just happened.
Yeah. Should I get out and ask him?
No, don't
No,
leave the car.
no.
Maybe you can open the window and... Excuse me, can I go home, please?
I'm scared.
Oh no, the gate's closing.
Wait, what? We're stuck?
Oh, look at that.
Wait, what are we meant to do? How come these guys get to leave?
We're gonna get shot.
We're
now.
fucked. Wait, I want to leave.
I feel, you know what this feels like? Like we're just committing suicide.
Yeah, I feel like
Committed
we've
to
done
it.
something really stupid. And we're all G'ing each other up to like make
No,
jokes.
let's just actually ask
So
him
we just
now.
be like,
Let's just say it was a bit. We're done.
Yeah.
Why? Okay, what do you want to do, Jordan?
Just keep arguing and lying.
Well, we've got to decide what we're actually saying. Are we going to keep talking about how we work here?
I think it's...
Just say it one more time.
We say we actually just want to go home.
Yeah. No, say we work. Say we.
Yeah, we're off shift now.
You could ask them. They all look friendly.
Yeah, they're fun.
They're going to be fans of your channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this guy doesn't look like he's having this fun. This guy looks serious.
He looks upset.
Gentlemen.
Hello.
How you going?
It is an offence to video and take photos in here.
In here, is it? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you're taking photos in here,
No.
we can confiscate all that.
Okay.
Right? Do not do that.
Now, a lot of time passed talking to this heavily armed man. So they had us locked in this facility, which was terrifying. But surprisingly, the more we chatted to this guy and answered his questions, the more he started to chill out. But he did make it abundantly clear that we'd go straight to prison if we ever came back.
Okay. What's your purpose here?
Just working.
That was wait. Am I still here or not? Can you guys see me? The fucking Australian government got to me. Oh my God. The Aussie satellites got to me. Is it still effing? What the fuck's happening? Okay, this is really fucking annoying. Oh my God. It says I have 5. It says I should be good. I'm actually confused. Oh, it's back. That was crazy, dude. What the fuck? That was annoying. Yes, but 1 FPS. I know I want to say that it's most likely, like, it's fun to think that this is the Australian government destroying my stream for the fucking truths to no longer be shown. But it's most likely because it's just raining. There's like a light drizzle out. You know what I mean? I go fucking Pine Gap, mate. Fucking hell. Good Arvo, mate. Yeah. As much as I want to sit here and claim that it's Pine Gap, it's not. It's just regular old American incompetence. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
Yep.
Do you have your name though? I will.
Yeah. It's Alexa, and the channel's Boy Boy.
Boy Boy.
Yeah. Like and subscribe. It's BOY. BOY.
Not judging at all. Yeah. I watch a lot of YouTube stuff. Well, the base doesn't want you here.
Okay.
So you'll have to exit.
What goes on in here?
Well, they don't tell me that. I'm not important enough. So it's not an access to anyone that comes along. All right, thanks guys.
Thank you. He was
casual. Very nice.
If we do another thing, they're going to come back.
Yeah, I don't think we should get arrested over it.
Now, it was a pretty intriguing setup they had going. It seemed like the perimeter was staffed by Aussies doing security who had no idea what the Americans were doing inside the base. Nonetheless, they made it clear that we couldn't go back to the front gate without getting arrested. But then it occurred to me, what if we didn't go back at all? What if it was someone else? A completely different person with completely different proportions?
I think it'll work. If you keep smoking the cigarette, I think it works.
Now, officer, you'd like to do a search and frisk, would you? Well, I'm going to have to see a warrant.
This is awful. I thought the trench coat was going to be longer and wider.
What, you thought? It just doesn't look like
You thought this was going to be offensive to Sky. I thought that you'd get past the CIA with this one.
I like it. You thought it was seriously.
This is brilliant. I don't. Why are they laughing? This seems like a good idea.
This had a lot more. Dude, this was your plan A. When I bought this, I asked the woman, is it long enough for 2 people? And she said yes.
You're like genuinely disappointed. I thought this was a bit. He's actually disappointed.
Well, since our disguise doesn't work and we can't show our face at the main gate anymore, maybe we can try a different approach and get them to let us in using the power of sympathy. We're just innocent soccer players in the middle of nowhere trying to get our ball back. I mean, we thought we were in the middle of nowhere, but we quickly realised we were being followed. We weren't alone.
Someone did a shit.
Someone did a shit.
The CIA is trying to keep us out by making it smell really bad in here.
So after a bit of a trek on the opposite side of this 5-kilometre wide facility, we finally made it to the first outer perimeter of Pine Gap.
Oh fuck, look at that.
What?
Actually fucking camera up on the thingo, that white thing.
Where?
Right there.
Oh shit. Fuck.
Do you reckon it's not an automatic turret with like a fucking...
No, it's just a big camera. Fuck, they're gonna come now.
No, that's cool.
At least with a camera here, they'll have proof that we're regular dudes just playing soccer.
Okay, good. Oh, shit. Oh.
Who's getting that?
Why is the audio delayed? I don't understand. If it's delayed on your end, it's just delayed on your end. You just need to refresh because everything is stable on my end now. It looks like a missile, mate.
I was passing it to you.
Maybe,
you get
maybe
it.
we can call them. Do they have is there a number for Pine Gap? We're legally allowed to go over just to get a soccer ball, right? That's the rule.
I think so.
A little help.
Can we get our ball back?
Wait,
at the very least, was that in or out? Go back to replay.
Yeah, they got VAR on that thing.
Yeah, come on.
Can you tell us if that was in?
I mean, if they don't arrive soon and give us our ball back, I think it's actually a pretty lousy spy facility. That could have been a bomb.
Please don't say that. Please do not say that. No Pine Gap phone number. Can we just post on Twitter?
Oh yeah, let's post on Twitter. Let's say,
CIA.
Can we get our ball back, please?
Yeah, can we have special exemption?
Now, we thought we were being funny, but once we heard the security driving down the road, it dawned on us that we didn't have any footage backed up. And if we got arrested now, it'd all be confiscated.
They're definitely coming up. Let's go.
Oh shit, they are coming
Wait,
up.
should we stop? Should we not be running away from them?
No, don't run.
So we ended up sprinting all the way back to our car. Now, needless to say, everyone was freaking out about our footage, so we had to have a serious conversation about how we're going to hide it if we get caught.
Well, do we have backups if this gets confiscated?
Yeah, Chris told me to put it in my ass.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, okay.
No, but if it's on your ass, it's bad though.
They're not going to look for it.
Yeah, no, but it's still on you. So
where should I put it?
Just put it in the car.
Did you put it in your ass?
Like actually in your ass?
What
I thought you were joking.
What do you mean I'm joking? Oh, the CIA is going to search us. I'm going to pretend to put it in my ass.
But isn't the first place they search your ass?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Fuck. That smells so bad. Wait,
No! Fuck off.
Whose SD card was this? Is it one of yours? Probably.
I think you can have it.
It smells like it's mine, you know? Smells like it might be my property right now. Isn't that what dogs do?
It's like no one told you to put it in your ass. You just did it.
What?
Yeah.
Well, where would you put it? Where would you put it? Hide this SD card.
No one said hide it. We just turned around and you just stole one and just went.
Last time I tried to keep our project safe. Now my fingers smell. Oh.
It's the second time we were scared away by security, but we weren't ready to give up yet. Now, we know Pine Gap is surrounded on both sides by these mountain ranges, so we decided to follow Donna's example and start climbing some mountains.
Yeah, look how close we are to Pine Gap. If we go up on this ridge here, we're going to be like
in prison.
200 meters from the big balls.
I mean, I do really want to see the balls. Imagine if we saw the balls.
Yeah, I do want to see the balls.
So we set out for a day of trekking through hills in the outback.
If I see the balls, I'm going to feel like I've committed a crime.
Yeah. I've never climbed a mountain in a suit.
Well, we got to be inconspicuous, you know? If they see us up there, they'll be like, oh, carry on, fellow spies.
And does anyone have snake bandages?
No, we got nothing. This is actually horrible.
Oh, that's. Well, I don't like that. Are there snakes?
Yeah.
Of course there's snakes out here.
There'll be snakes, and then how do we fucking carry the person back down and tie them up and fucking... Oh, we got ties. That's a snake bandage.
Now, this turned out to be a very deceptive trek. Every time we got to the top of a ridge, there was another plateau and an even bigger ridge behind it. The horizon just kept moving away from us.
Another ridge?
There's another ridge, yeah. Do we want to go one more, or?
Do you reckon that could be the last one?
I don't know. Let's look on Google Maps. After the next ridge, there's a road which looks like it's a gate. This is Pine Gap.
This is a bit far.
We are right here.
In the middle of the day, we're like 100 metres away from there.
No, it's a couple of kilometres, I think. I want to see the balls in real life, a little bit. But I know that if I see them, then someone might be looking at me as well.
I just don't want to get arrested. I feel like I'd rather get arrested.
That's gunshots. You hear it? And we find a firing
We go
range.
towards the gunshots, or we just go back home, have a nice meal, do a video comparing McDonald's and Red Rooster or something, you know, just like normal.
We decided to continue towards the base, but we were all moving inexplicably slower.
It's a lot further than it looks.
Yeah, I think we got a good like hour till we get up there.
Yeah. It's not an hour.
Isn't it amazing that our fear subsided and our laziness kicked in?
It's fucking came back.
I'm still scared.
You're saying we have to go to that one?
The horizon.
How are you feeling?
I mean, it's your call. We came all this way, but it's also easier not to. But you know,
it's one of those things. If we get arrested, what happens to the rest of our footage and all that other shit?
True.
It's in your ass.
It's not anymore. You guys won't let me put it in there anymore. But she was saying they were hiding from them for ages. That's a gunshot. It's such horrible timing. I hate this.
Yeah, they're not shooting at intruders. They're just practicing their aim.
For when intruders come.
Yeah. Oh, that's the thing. If there's a firing range and you come on the back of it, you just get fucking murdered.
I hadn't heard the gunshots until now, and they're very clear.
Yeah.
Oh, we can call it.
That's gunshots again.
It's not even them getting arrested. If they lose the footage and there's no video, you know what I mean? That's way more annoying.
I just don't think we should be walking that way.
What, towards
Whenever
the
I've heard a
gunshots?
gunshot, I've always thought, go the other way.
They sound like they're over there. We're walking
Yeah,
there.
I don't think they're going up the mountain.
Guns don't have such a big range. Yeah, we'll go that way. They won't get us. We're just peer pressuring each other because we get nothing from being up there.
They're so loud. It doesn't sound like a normal gun as well. It sounds like machine gun. Yeah, that's...
Wow.
Yeah, that's scary.
As if they need that much practice. When was
it's
the last time someone tried to get in? 20 years ago.
Since we didn't want to get shot by surprising a bunch of armed American soldiers in the outback, we decided to head back. Now, needless to say,
Yes.
I felt a bit silly. We came all this way and didn't really do much. We just showed up at the base and walked around it all day. Honestly, I was worried that we'd wasted a video here and that we didn't really do anything. But the next morning, we realized we'd actually done a lot more than we thought. So we woke up the next morning. It was our last day in Alice Springs, and I had an interview booked. We were meant to be interviewing an Indigenous elder to tell us about, the significance of the land that was stolen from them. But out of nowhere, while we're getting ready, I got this call from the police.
Hello?
Yeah, you there, mate?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, hey, just need to speak to you in regards to an incident that took place out of Pine Gap yesterday. You still in Alice Springs?
Yep.
You're available to come into the police station and have a chat?
No, I've got to fly back to Sydney.
Where do you fly, mate?
Hello?
Sorry, don't give them the flight times. You don't need to talk to them that much.
I choked. I obviously had no idea how to handle that call, but it was too late. The goddamn police were chasing us. They could rock up at any moment. It was now a race against the clock. We had to pack up the Airbnb and get on that plane out of town.
Airbnb? That's so funny. Bro, book it. Fuck you mean, dude? He literally... There's not that many flights from whatever that bumfuck area to Sydney, so they know exactly what flight it is. You should have never said that, but now that you said that, why are you cleaning?
At this point, we started losing our cool.
Fuck. Freaking out. I'm just saying it's smarter to freaking out.
Let's just pack up and go.
They will call the airport. Like it's
But we quickly realised, if the police do catch us, we'll definitely have our footage confiscated and wiped. So we started the 2-hour-long process of backing it all up online, which gave us a bit of time to just kick back, relax, and blame each other for the horrible predicament we're in.
We're on the run now.
Do you not clean your Airbnb? First of all, I don't really Airbnb. And secondly, cleaning your Airbnb when you're leaving is very different than cleaning your Airbnb when you're evading the police. Okay? I like that you thought I was just saying, like, what the fuck are you doing? Just cleaning your Airbnb. Like, that's not what that's not, is that the takeaway that you got here? The fuck?
Yeah. I don't really like it. I don't know.
I like it because they called you.
I'm not the ringleader here, I'm just the one who booked the rental car.
This is your channel, Alexa.
I'm just the one who booked the rental car.
We're all here because of you.
I'm just the one who booked the rental car.
Did you drive the car as well?
I drove the car too.
Lids are
I mean, they've probably already got all the videos. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's it. If Pine Gas
Yeah,
is
prove
good,
it.
as good as it is, then they would have our footage already.
Yeah, prove it, boys.
Yeah.
I've hidden an Easter egg in all of our videos.
If you're really the CIA and not just some hucksters trying to take us for fools, you'll know what we did at exactly 9:32 a.m.
Now, the one upside was that we had enough time to practice some cool lines to deliver to the cops when they catch us.
We should do this bit when we're arrested. Fools, fools, fools. I'm right where I want to be. Exactly where I'm.
Get your hand off my penis. I see you know your judo.
Want to be whilst you guys are busy here at the airport.
Democracy manifest. What was it? What am I being arrested for? A succulent Chinese meal?
Was left woefully unguarded. I have 10 people sneaking.
Wait, they're gonna get this footage. It's gonna sound so much worse.
No, it's a joke.
And while our footage is uploading, we've also got enough time to tell you to join our Patreon. So, in all seriousness, we're being hunted by the federal police. There's no way we'd be brave enough to do that if it wasn't for the support of our patrons, right? Like, while it's terrifying, it's also just like really expensive. You know, it's hard to find lawyers who do like national security law, and also just like not a lot of lawyers want to take on the CIA. So, you know, with your support, we'll be able to make more videos like this. But if you join our Patreon, you also get a free video every month. You get to join our beautiful Discord community. You know, we have a live Q&A after every video. It's just a great time for everyone, right? Okay, back to the video. We were running away from the cops. Okay, with our footage finally backed up, we were ready to head to the airport in a last-ditch attempt to get out of Alice Springs.
It's funny. Are you ready to get arrested, Alexa?
I don't know. They just want to talk.
Yeah.
But
about what? We didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're watching officer. We didn't do anything wrong.
We did nothing wrong. You know, I think the CIA is not very nice.
No. The CIA's lovely. I love the CIA.
Oh yeah.
I like the CIA. I like the AFP. I like the Northern Territory Police. I think they're all great.
Just lovely institutions.
And I think they're very good looking. The cops.
And we made it to the airport, and so far, no police officers waiting for us. But we kept watching our backs. We just needed to get on.
They defunded it, dude. That's why. They defunded the police in Australia too.
That plane
Woke
before they
cities.
showed up, which started feeling harder and harder since the flight kept getting delayed. Now, at this point, we started thinking the police stalled the flight until they could come and arrest us. But after another anxiety-riddled half an hour, we found ourselves on the tarmac, coming up the stairs and so close to getting back home. And it happened. The plane took off. We did it. I don't think I've ever been happier to be on a plane. We thought we were home free, but you know, as you're aware, the federal police had a different idea.
Polo Nova, did your plates come off? Jordan Shanks and Aliska Voluko.
They can't
Almost.
pronounce your name right.
That means I don't have to come off.
If you are on board, just make your way forward to the front of the cabin.
Now, we've never spoken to federal police before, and we don't know much about what you're meant to do when talking to cops, but the one thing we do know is that you don't talk to cops.
Anything that you say or do will be recorded and may later be used in evidence. You okay? Yeah.
So this federal agent turned on his little recording device and, you know, trying to get a statement from us that he could use against us in court. And we just did that thing they do in the movies where they keep saying, like, am I under arrest? Am I under arrest? And then, like, when it turned out we weren't under arrest, we just got the hell out of there.
I think we can leave them now.
You're free to leave?
You're free to leave. I did want to have a quick conversation with you.
I agree. Not helpful to talk about it. But thanks for that.
So cucked. Dude, Australian police, so cucked. The American cops would have fucking literally put them in a chokehold, slammed their fucking bodies into the pavement, and been like, nope, you're going to fucking jail right now.
The situation, if I talk, you don't have to say anything. Yeah. I'll just let you know.
I think
we're free to leave. There's an incident up there, but you don't have to answer me.
So we made it back home, but I don't really know what's meant to happen now. Like, we've been talking to our lawyer non-stop. I'm just awake. Like, I'm laying awake at night and we're just thinking the feds are going to raid the house at any minute. It's honestly the most uneasy I've ever been in my life. And all of this for just trekking through the outback in our own country. Like, look, we get a bit of criticism on our channel. While the vast majority of our fans are Americans who like our videos, there's a very small group of upset American viewers who don't like what we're saying. And instead of trying to point out our mistakes,
who the fuck goes in there to be ZZZ? You guys are sure obsessed with America. It's starting to get a bit dull. Self-indulgent virtue signaling makes for dull content. And I know you boys are more creative than this. Yes, war crimes are bad and Bush is evil. You're right about everything. How entertaining is it to watch two guys be right about everything? Bringing up so many interesting new points. Oh my God, dude. Ugh. There's nothing more lame than a fucking dumbass who's just like so butthurt about someone saying that America objectively is doing bad shit. It's like, stop. You're such a pussy, dude. You're such a little bitch. You're not even the fucking American government. Why the fuck do you care?
they just say that we're obsessed with America. You know, they say we should stay out of it and focus more on our own country. But what no one understands is that this is America, right? I wish it wasn't, but it is, right? We don't have a choice. The Americans just run things here. Like, we can't vote on it. Our politicians won't even talk about it. American politicians can talk about it, though. Their congressmen are constantly invited to visit Pine Gap, but our elected officials can't go anywhere near it, even though it's meant to be our country. It's such a bizarre and pathetic relationship, and they don't pull this kind of shit with anyone else. Like Canada and Mexico are their neighbors, right? And when America starts telling them what to do or asks them to come along and blow up some random farmers in the Middle East, they tell them to fuck off. But their little Aussie lapdogs on the complete other side of the world have always done exactly what they tell us to do. And if you turn on the news in Australia, every single channel will tell you that we actually need the Americans here to defend us from China. China, our biggest trading partner, a country that not only has zero interest in invading us, but they haven't invaded anyone for the past 50 years. Like, we're meant to be scared of them, right? But meanwhile, the Americans invaded us a long time ago. Like, our country is littered with American soldiers, and if any of our politicians even questions it, they just get rid of him. And if any civilians happen to stumble upon the perimeter of a US base, literally walking through our own country, our federal police will chase us down on behalf of a foreign occupying army. We're in America, right? We're just a giant US military base just floating in Asia. And if the Americans decide they want to go to war with China, then our beautiful island home is going to be on the front lines. No one ever gave us a say in it.
Damn. Powerful message, mate. Fucking hell. Incredible. Phenomenal video. Wait, is he a tanky? Kind of a weird way for them to thank us. I know. It's like, I don't fully understand the message that he was trying to deliver at the end there. It seems like he doesn't like the friendship. Right? I can't be alone in thinking that that was a little bit weird. Because, like,